What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the Prem Trifecta. At the time I'm recording this, it is currently 11 o'clock, right before the North London Derby, and right after Liverpool just beat Forest 1-0. That was honestly that was pretty sad to watch. Um, but yeah, I thought I'd wait till Chelsea and Liverpool kind of play their game so I can give my full kind of reaction going into the game. Chelsea once again dropped points from a leading position in a team that got promoted recently. Burnley 1-1, even last game leads 2-2. They have a crazy run of fixtures coming up. So in terms of the top four race, they're looking a little bit sketchy, especially because they're still playing the Champions League. They still have the FA Cup. They have to be at their top level to really try and secure top four. And in that sense, I think Chelsea could be seen a little bit out of the picture, not completely. I still think there are still chances. I'm not completely neglecting it, but right now, us, Man United, Liverpool, and Chelsea are all sitting at 45 points. And for Chelsea to really make that cut that edge, they should have picked up 3 points against Burnley and Leeds. But now that kind of gives us a chance. And if you think about Liverpool, I mean, it was just after this game. Now they're level on points. They are sneaking about, and they do have, I think, a decent run of fixtures. I don't really remember, but I know it's not anything too crazy as of yet. But for us, Man United, we do have a pretty decent run of fixtures. We have Everton, we have Palace, we have Newcastle, we have Aston Villa at home, and especially Newcastle, St. James's Park. That's not going to be an easy game. So I think it's time for us to really, we have to be on our A game. We can't afford to slip up, especially if we want to secure Champions League football. I don't think anyone coming into the season, no one really expected us to really get top four. It shouldn't be an excuse considering that we were, we're not playing any European football. But now that the fact that we are fourth, at this point we have to make it. We have to make Champions League football, and we have to be on A game. And going forward, I think in the hands of Michael Carrick, I feel very, very more confident. And yeah, I think we should dive straight into what I think about tomorrow's game. Uh, Tomorrow, Everton away. We know what happened last time when we played Everton. Um, Red card, 10 men, and still managed to beat us 1-0. And also Jordan Pickford, man, I remember him during that game. He was making some crazy saves. There was one save I think from I think pretty sure Xerxes played that game as a nine, and he had a crazy header, which till this I don't know how he saved that. But either way, that was not an excuse. That we played poorly that game. Once again, still under Emram, so that's the only reason I kind of have more hope for this game. Uh, One thing I ask is, please, Everton, for the love of God, do not fight with their own players. I do not want to get PTSD again seeing you guys play with 10 men. That is not something I'm going to be able to handle. So, hopefully it's 11v11. I mean, what am I saying? I feel like I'm just talking from PTSD. If we go to 10 men, I think we'll get it in the bag. But yeah, the one thing I kind of have going into the game tomorrow is, you know what? Let me just talk about the lineup. I think obviously in goal we have Lemons. Back four we have Luke Shaw, Martinez, Harry Maguire. Hopefully Harry Maguire is okay to start because I think in the West Ham game he kind of did go off a little early because he felt a little bit of a knock. But we need him to start. We can't afford anyone else to start at the moment. In heaven, not bad. Yeah, Lenny Euro last game he was amazing. He was the only reason we didn't lose. So, but I think just Harry Maguire being in that back line just makes everyone feel more safe. So hopefully he's okay. For left back, in terms of in terms of, or sorry, right back, in terms of Diogo Dallo and Mazraoui, I genuinely don't mind. If you asked me while Amram was here, I would have said Mazraoui, please. But I mean, since the Man City game, after the first 20 minutes of that Man City game, Diogo Dallo hasn't been that bad. He's actually been okay. I think there was a couple times in the Fulham game he was slipping a little bit, even a couple times in the West Ham game. I guess just seeing him all season, this has probably been his okay form. He's in pretty decent form, so I genuinely don't mind if he starts. It's just Mazraoui. I still think I like Mazraoui more as a right back. It's just in terms of game time, he hasn't had much game time, so just for that reason, I don't mind if Diogo Dallo starts. And then we have the double pivot. We have Casemiro and Kobe Menu. Uh, I don't who else is gonna be there, right? Like we're not gonna talk about who else is gonna be there, but we're gonna see Kobe Menu and I want to see Kobe Menu and Casemiro in the double pivot. in front of them, I want to see Cunha on the left. Dorgu's still injured, so it's going to be Cunha. Bruno on the 10, of course. And for this game, I don't mind whoever starts in the right between Ahmad and Mbuemo. I think Ahmad recently, he's been okay. Like, it's just his decision making on the ball has to improve for me a little bit, especially in that West Ham game. I mean, I think he just needs to start shooting more often too. Like, he does whip in shots every now and then, but I think he needs to trust himself and shoot more. And up top, obviously, between Sesko and Mbeumo, does not matter for me this game. I think the only thing I had from Michael Carrick last game, after the West Ham game, was that we know West Ham were going to sit deep, give us possession, and kind of play on the counter. But if they're sitting in a very deep low block, we have someone who can jump really high and claim crosses really good. My only concern for that game was that Sesko didn't start. I think that was a game that he should have started for, and we could have maybe made something out. And when he did, obviously he bagged the goal. So maybe, you know, maybe for that game, I feel like maybe we could have won. We would have better chances if Sesko started. But for this game, I don't think it's going to be like that where Everton are just going to let us keep possession and sit back and play on the counter. I think it'll be a very even game in terms of possession. Whoever has possession, they're just going to keep knocking on the offense. Their defense, I would say, is very underrated. So it is going to be a lot of work for us to kind of break the lines and try to create a lot of chances. But I think without that Emery formation and with the formation we're having right now with the 4-2-3-1, I think it'll be much easier. That's all we've been good at since Carrick has arrived, breaking the lines. And I think that's what we have to utilize a lot in order to beat Everton. And yeah, we just can't let them get any time to shoot. I'm pretty sure it was Drewsby Hall that scored the goal against us at OT. And that's honestly been the story of our season a lot, right? Like, there's been a lot of chances where in the corner of the box, especially on that right hand side, someone would just whip in a shot and it'd go all the way to the other corner of the net and it'd go in. And let's be honest, there's not much Lemons can really do about that. It is a very tough goal to stop. But what we could do is pressure them more and not give them the time or space to even pop off a shot. So, like I said, we just can't give them the space. That's the only kind of issue I have with Lenny Yoro in that back line. Even if Maguire does have a knock and he's not starting, Lenny Yoro just gives players too much time to kind of do something and make their decision. And we can't afford that this game either. We have to stop doing that going forward. There's been countless times, like both the Aston Villa goals, Morgan Rogers scored against in Everton, Drewsby Hall, even in Fulham, Kevin. It's been like we just can't allow this to happen. We have to stop giving players chances and time to kind of take the ball and shoot. And even though it is a prem, like even though some teams don't look like they have that ability, they have the ability. They have that one player that would just whip in a shot and it would just go top bins. And we can't have that moving forward, especially if we want to stay in this top four race, and want to secure European. We have to be on our A game. And with the next couple of fixtures coming up, um, Palace Palace at home, next week. Yep, Palace at home. They just won their game, so they're going to be coming off a good wave of momentum. Even though that they have been pretty shocking, I would say, past couple games. We just have to be ruthless. We just have to show what Man United are, and we have to just keep applying pressure and just get the job done. Get the job done. Keep playing the football the way that we are, and just make sure we are kind of enjoying ourselves along the way. I think like even as fans, like we can see that they've been enjoying the football. They've been playing against Man City, Arsenal, Fulham until certain Ugarte came on, and West Ham is the only kind of setback that I have. But either way, we can't expect to win all games, right? But we still ended up with a draw. We can't keep our heads down. We have to keep going. So I mean, we'll see how it goes. I think my predictions are going to be. Mm, I'm kind of tied between 2-1 or 3-1. You know what? I'm gonna back them. I think hopefully 3-1. So we'll see. We'll see. And yeah, I guess I'll catch you guys after the game and I'll let you guys know what happens.